Today in Portland, Oregon, we've got a police oversight dust-up that won't quit and a 30-year tennis deal that could change how our parks work. 2 stories, 1 city, plenty of sparks. I'm Vixie Steele, and this is Loud and Local here in Portland, Oregon. All right, let's talk about what's broken today. First up, the Portland Police Association is accusing City Councillor Samir Kanal of meddling with the new Community Board for Police Accountability. The CBPA, that voter-approved watchdog from 2020, Measure 26-217, was built to be independent, to investigate misconduct, and to actually make discipline decisions. The union says Kanal showed up to a CBPA meeting, offered support, and that somehow jeopardises independence. Kanal denies overstepping. I mean, bloody hell. Here's the timeline, simple and clean. Voters said yes in 2020. Samir Kanal got elected in 2024 after working as a project manager for the Police Accountability Commission. In March 2026, PPA President Aaron Schmautz fired off a memo to city leaders claiming interference. City officials huddled up to review the complaint. The CBPA is still spinning up. It hasn't even started hearing cases yet. That's where we are. Now listen, if just having a councillor in the room is enough to taint the board, then maybe the system isn't as independent as it's supposed to be. Either the CBPA stands on its own 2 legs or it doesn't. And if one person's presence throws it off balance, what happens when real pressure hits? Lawsuits, labour talks, the whole machine. For real, if the guardrails are flimsy, fix the guardrails. Don't pretend the wind is the problem. To be fair, there's a legit grey area here. The city charter and the rules around interference. How much is too much? That's the disputed bit. The city can't exactly discipline a sitting councillor like a staffer. They're not an employee. So now we're in vibes territory and legal fine print. And yeah, no, that's a recipe for endless brinkmanship. Also, let's not act shocked. The union's been hammering this oversight system since day one, since voters approved it in 2020. Unbelievable, but not surprising. They're protecting their side. That's what they do. But the CBPA's independence and legitimacy aren't optional. If the public thinks the board is captured, it's dead on arrival. If the cops think it's a kangaroo court, also dead. So set clear public rules. Who can talk to the board? What gets disclosed? When someone needs to recuse? Sunshine fixes a lot of this crap. One more thing. If this turns into a bargaining chip in labour negotiations, mate, that's going to drag real accountability into a back room. Don't do it. Put the rules in writing. Publish meeting logs. Keep the CBPA independent and visible. You want trust. You build it in daylight, not whispers. Jesus Christ, this shouldn't be that hard. Moving on, before I break something. Next up, public tennis. The USTA Pacific Northwest is pitching a 30-year deal to manage Portland's public tennis programs, including the Portland Tennis Centre in Inner Northeast, just south of I-84. You know the spot, 12 courts, most under that big inflatable dome. The city's broke on maintenance. The Parks Bureau wants private help. The promise? Save over $1 million a year. USTA invests $3 million. Upgrade the digs. The catch? 4 full-time city jobs gone. Seasonal jobs at risk, and big question marks on access and affordability. Councillor Dan Ryan is waving the example from Vancouver, Washington. The USTA took over there in 2018, and yeah, the facility got better. Courts look sharp, programs grew, that's real. And look, adaptive programming for people with disabilities. Hell yeah, now we're talking. That's the good shit right there. People who've been cut out of sports finally getting on the court. Respect where it's due. But, it's a big but. The savings number is disputed. The city's counting on over $1 million a year in the 2026-27 budget. The real math could be softer. Meanwhile, capital needs are closer to $10 million. USTA's offering $3 million. That gap doesn't vanish because someone slapped a logo on the dome, and you don't fix public funding shortfalls by quietly privatizing the front door. 30 years is a marriage with no prenup if you don't lock down the terms. So lock them down. Price caps on court time and lessons, guaranteed free or low-cost hours in every neighbourhood, scholarships that don't evaporate in a budget storm, union protection and rehiring pathways for those 4 full-time staff and seasonal workers. A community board with veto power on major changes. Transparent quarterly reports on fees, participation and who's being served. You want private help? Fine. You don't hand over the keys without a kill switch. Because here's my nightmare. The city chases paper savings, trims jobs, and 5 years in, families can't afford court time, kids' programs get squeezed, and the working class that used to find a slot at the Portland Tennis Centre is told to go play in the cracks of a parking lot. I swear we've seen this movie. It's called Death by 1,000 User Fees. And in the end, we pay more for less with logos everywhere. Fuck that. Here's a wild idea. If saving $1 million means fewer jobs and less access, then maybe it's time the city got creative with its own budget. Kill vanity contracts, freeze non-essential consultancies, redirect hotel and tourism windfalls into parks, pair tennis with schools, health and disability services, so money stacks instead of scatters. You can build public value without selling the soul of public space. I don't make the rules, but I do enforce them. Public stays public. Bottom line, on police oversight, set bright lines and keep the CBPA independent. No shadow games. On tennis, if USTA comes in, they come in with hard caps, real oversight and guarantees in writing. Otherwise, it's just a slow walk to privatisation dressed up as a save. And Portland deserves better than another shiny promise stapled to a pink slip. And that's today's dose of reality on Loud and Local with Vixie Steele in Portland, Oregon. Go do something useful and come back tomorrow for more.